We can stun killers with a locker door. We can stab them with decisive strike. We can even make flashbang grenades to throw at them. But one thing they've never introduced to Dead by Daylight is the ability to fight back with an actual weapon. Hey guys, it's Nickfamous here. Today I'm going to be discussing something that I've wanted to make a video on for some time now, and that's weapons for the survivors in Dead by Daylight. I'm going to be discussing how I think it could work if they were to ever introduce weapons. So, I think to make them fair, they could be one-use melee weapons, so they break after hitting the killer once, more so just to make sure it doesn't turn into another Friday the 13th style game where the survivors just gang up on the killer with weapons and dance on his grave. There could be a limited supply of 3 on a map and have them spawn in random places, like inside the killer shack or in the basement. They wouldn't have to be found in chests, and they could just be laying around the map for quick access. Some examples of melee weapons I'd like to see added are a piece of plywood, a big stick, baseball bat, crowbar, and a frying pan. Nothing too crazy since, that's why I said a plywood and a stick, right? Because they're in these random forests in the entity's realm. I feel like the entity is not going to give them a shotgun or something, so they'll just have to make do with whatever weapons they can find around the map. And the weapons could have different rarities. The best weapon would obviously stun the killer the longest. If they need to balance weapons in the game, they could make it so that after a survivor uses a weapon, they get the exhausted status effect for a short while afterwards. So it's not like they could stack weapons on top of other exhaustion perks to just really start trolling the killer. I'd like Behavior to bring back firecrackers full time. So they added firecrackers in past events like the Lunar New Year, and they were honestly a lot of fun to use, and just a new weapon to throw into the mix was nice for variety's sake. They could also add a flare gun. It's too easy to just reuse the blinding asset from flashlights for both of those items. And they could act as just an easier method of blinding the killer for the newer players or those who just can't master the flashlight blinds. I know that this has been talked about a lot before, especially considering a lot of the other asymmetrical horror games tend to have weapons that you can fight back with, and I see that a main issue is that it's going to be unbalanced. But I really think that Behavior could execute it properly, and if they do, I think it could be a really fun addition to the game. And really, it wouldn't be too much different than stun perks that they add to the game regularly anyways. And tell me you wouldn't feel satisfied being able to bonk a toxic killer over the head. It sure would be a lot cooler than slamming a pallet in their face or hiding in a locker. Anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think of my ideas and if you would ever want to see weapons added to Dead by Daylight. Thanks for watching. As always, this has been Nickfamous. See you later.
Let's see how he likes a Kamehameha!